In Bangalore, you don't say good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Or you're sleeping, post-lunch sleep. Well, I should thank Lakshmi and INK pulling out a doctor from the hospital and bringing it in the community. Last year, she invited me to an unconventional road trip wherein we went to 3 colleges. And after that, I just simply became in love with this organization and what they do. May I request you to close your eyes and please don't cheat, don't sleep because you are going to listen something very powerful. Can you close your eyes, please? Just for a few seconds. How do we move it forward?
ही नहीं ना, लिखते नहीं आ रहे हैं और पढ़ते नहीं आ रहे हैं। अब जब दिख ही नहीं रहा तो मुझे तो लगा कि मेरी ज़िंदगी पूरी समाप्त हो गई है। अभी अभी अपने को कुछ करना ही नहीं है, बिल्कुल टोटली पैरालिसिस हो गया पर।
कई बार तो ऐसा लगता था मुझे कि मुझे सिर्फ 5 मिनट के लिए कोई अपनी आंखें दे दे, भगवान बस सिर्फ 5 मिनट के लिए दे दे और मैं देख लूँ सारी चीज़ें, अपनी बेटी को देख लूँ।
When somebody goes blind, he just does not lose the eyesight. In fact, he loses his self-respect, confidence, and the will to live. You can open your eyes now. I just want to say the stories like Alka, whom you heard the second. She's an MTech student from IIT Delhi, and she went blind due to an accident in the lab 2 years back. During her blindness, a 3-year daughter told, "Mummy, I am going to be your eyes. What suit you want to wear, you tell me. What earrings, what lipstick you want to use." And fortunately, she didn't have to put through all along. And within this time, we have been able to restore her sight. I want to share similar stories, a few more.
I didn't believe what I was seeing. I had a completely clear sight. It was unbelievable.
Yen Rose says, sometimes I just close my right eye to enjoy the marvelous improvement in the left eye. I'm very grateful that a stranger in India supported an unknown patient from Netherlands. My life has changed after I came to India. And yes, indeed for him, because he could not find a solution to his problem. After coming to India, he got the treatment. He started his business in India, and now he combines his business trips with his treatment trips. Abhishek Sharma, before he turned 15 years, he was about to be admitted to a school for blind, and then his parents thought that maybe let us try this new hospital in Hyderabad and try something new, and that's where they brought. The mother donated the stem cells, we grew it in the lab, and today he is a young man working and having a family and also pursuing his MBA. When I started this stem cell treatment way back in 98, 99, I was told that this is like esoteric, eccentric, these things don't work. But today, if you look at just in 12, 13 years, there are more than 4,000 trials happening all over the world related to this treatment. Sometimes these stem cells don't work, they fail. And in those situations, what we do, we just treat with different variety of devices, which we bring from wherever they are available in the world. And when are not available and there's no treatment available, we discovered a new way of treating these kids. Especially there was a need when a blind child, we did not have any treatment, and our literature says that you need to wait until they are 15. And I find this idea very absurd, that how you can let the formative years be in blindness and not treat. So we discovered and devised a new technique called LVP K-Pro, and with that we have been able to help many, many children now. Well, the failure, when I was growing up in a small village, and that village is not far from Gunga Pelwan in Haryana, in Bhiwani. The word failure was not in my dictionary, because we never had to hear this word. But first time I tasted this when I went to Delhi and started my schooling, and I could not get into the MBBS or engineering for the first time, and that was the first time I realized that what a failure is. And then joined the medical school. First day of finishing the medical college, you are posted as an intern, and I was posted in an intensive care unit for neonates. And that night, I thought I become the doctor and got the degree. But that night, 4 small infants died I couldn't do anything. And that night still haunts me. And whenever I see a visually challenged patient, I feel that I must do something. I just can't let it go. I continued doing my education, went to LVP, did a fellowship, and then I went to Harvard, did another fellowship, and then joined a flying eye hospital, and went around the world in search for what best you can do. There are very, some dangers when you are in US. When I went in 1996, people told, and I told them, I have come to learn and then I will go back. हाँ, सब ऐसे ही बोलते हैं, सब ऐसे बोलते हैं, कोई बात नहीं, तुम भी हो जाओगे. Then I said, no, finish the 2 years, we say going back. They said, well, you must be stupid, you must be a jat. I said, that I am. Literally I am. So there's no denying to this. So I came back. Then the question many people ask, why did you come? My reasoning was very simple. I stay in US, I was already in early 30s. I will spend another 7-8 years in education and licensing, and then I will be another eye doctor struggling in America. In that amount of effort, if I work in India, I may be able to make a difference. And believe me, I don't regret today. In just 15 years, I've been able to do something which I can feel very proud and can share you that in the next few slides. The stem cells, just want to give you an idea what they are. Can you raise the volume, please?
Skin. But most individual cells are short-lived, lasting only a few days or weeks. The job of stem cells is to divide and differentiate into these different tissues, replacing the old cells as they die off. They form the stem that produces all the cells the body needs. Stem cells keep renewing themselves. They provide us with a constant flow of new cells every day.
In the Petri dish, these cells look just like any other object. But when you see on the human eye, the difference is that if this eye is not treated, and when I started, there was no treatment for these patients. And you look at the magic that within just 2 weeks of growing in the lab, transplanting makes such a big difference, that being blind to seeing. Now, in last 15 years, we have been able to treat more than 1,000 patients, and globally we are recognized as world leaders in stem cell transplantation for that particular condition. And some amazing things happen if you have, casual conversations with people. And I have been very lucky that people around me and I meet always give some or other interesting idea. I was talking to one of my collaborator, Sheila McNeil, for the first time from UK, and she said, Dr. Sangwan, maybe you should have a tea bag approach to the stem cell. And I said, what do you mean? What is the relationship of tea and stem cell? Then she said, wouldn't it be nice if you can grow the cells in the eye and not in the lab? And instead of using this membrane which you are using, which is very expensive, we'll make a synthetic membrane and use that one. And that way, you can design the treatment as you want. And suddenly I said, I'm going to do this surgery tomorrow. Then she said, you don't have the membrane. I said, I have the idea. Now I'm going to do it. And we have moved from growing in the lab, which cost about 15 to 20,000 rupees in India, and Reliance Life Sciences charged about 45,000 for the same growing. And now we eliminated that step, grow on the surface of the eye, and patient has to come only once, not twice. And we have done hundreds procedures of this in last 2 years, and this has created a very different benchmark in the world that people all over think that we don't need a lab to grow the cells, at least for this disease. And it's been very satisfying. Well, as I said, the problems keeps telling that find a solution. So Ramesh, one of my friend from MIT, he says, I have discovered the fastest camera, a camera which can look around the corners. I said, what's the point, Ramesh, if you can't help people who are visually challenged? Or what is the value of this kind of work? He said, tell me what are the challenges you have in the eye field. I counted him in 20, and this was in January of 2013. He said, I'll show you within 1 week, we'll collect 1,100 engineering students and design students and your problems. We'll make a rapid prototyping workshop. And we did that, and out of that, something amazing came. And these are the students working on those different projects. And this is Tanya Zain from Ahmedabad, is design student. She designed a simple device, a fish called Fittle, fit the puzzle, and with that is engraved your braille. When you fit, the child can feel the shape, also can learn the word. And now it's being developed as an open source. And with that, there was another amazing thing happened in LVP. There is an inauguration of LVP Innovation Center with MIT by President Klum, and here he's interacting with the students. So sometimes when you go out of your hospital like this, many ideas come, and that can bring many solutions. Sumit Dagar is developing a Braille phone for blinds, and this is the whole list of his next 4 or 5 years, and we are helping him developing with the clinical development and inputs. Lechal, it's a haptic shoe developed by Ducare Technology based in Hyderabad. Again, is an amazing device, and LVP is helping to give the inputs, especially for the visually challenged.
Our park encompasses 12 zones, each designed to give a unique learning experience and stimulation to the sense of vision, touch, smell, hearing, and taste.
The inclusion is way of life at LVP, and the visually challenged people in LVP, we are the first organization in the world to have a visual rehab center at the same place where we do the treatments. Not only that, we get from the government that a certificate of benefit visually challenged we will issue on behalf of the government so that they don't have to go out. And this park is just inaugurated about a month back. So thank you very much. I leave with you a very inspiring video of Eric Van Meyer, who is a blind, has climbed all highest peaks, including the Mount Everest.
Is a
Thank you very
place
much.
where there is absolutely no room for error.
No one can climb a mountain alone. We're only here for a short time. We must learn to feel alive. Connecting our stories, making us strong. It's our lifeline.
Thank you, India Summit. This is very inspiring mahal for somebody like me who works only with the patients and coming out and meeting with all of you. Thank you very much.
So that's a wrap for the INK Salon. And what our goal is that, we always hear great stories that are very inspiring in this room, but how do we make them live outside this room? How do you make hundreds of thousands of people listen to these stories? So what we have done is we have a platform called inktalks.com where we record a lot of these stories, post them, and literally hundreds of thousands of people from around the world watch them, and we create new heroes online. And our goal, our dream is one thing, is that we are a very young country, both in terms of our age as well as the young people that we have in the country. And it's important for us to redefine success, because today when we say a celebrity, when we say somebody who's successful, we only look at monetary benefit. We look at somebody who has we measure somebody by the amount of dollars or rupees someone have in the bank. So we are guided by a quote that says that life ought not to be measured by the number of breaths we take, but by the number of moments that take our breath away. So what we do is we find people who are creating amazing moments for everybody around them. And the term we have that is billionaires of moments. So at INK, what we are dedicated to is to find these amazing ideas from every possible faculty, because you will have people who are archaeologists, anthropologists, architects, writers, dancers, doctors, all kinds of people who are doing amazing things. And sometimes the most innovative idea comes by looking at somebody who's not doing anything what you're doing. So that's what INK is all about, is to create these billionaires of moments. So since I started with a story, I'll end with a story. So this is the story of a little boy who goes to the zoo to see an elephant. And the elephant is huge. and the fence is like this small, and the elephant is looking very sad. And the boy asked the zookeeper, why is the elephant so sad? And the zookeeper says, look at the forest over there. The elephant wants to be there. It doesn't want to be here. So the boy says, what's stopping the elephant? Because the chain that's holding the elephant is only this thin. The fence is only this small. All it takes for the elephant is one move of its head and it can be free. So the zookeeper says, what happened was when we brought the elephant here, it was a small baby. The chain was this thick, the fence was this high. The elephant tried it once, the elephant tried it twice, the elephant tried for 10 days to get out, and it couldn't get out. And it has just resigned itself to the fact that it cannot get out. The elephant does not know how big it has become and how powerful it has become, because in its mind, it's still thinking like the little elephant which couldn't get away. So for me, when I look at our youth, when I look at what's possible, we have a choice either to keep them as the elephant that is resigned to the future, or the elephant that knows its power by giving them the freedom, by giving them the stage. And I think for us, the most happiness comes when someone who stands on our stage becomes a celebrity. Instead of going after celebrities, we console our egos by creating celebrities and to let everybody find that power within themselves to be a billionaire of moments. So thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am. I request Mr. Bhuvan Nayak and Javed Abidi sir to felicitate Lakshmi, Ugesh, Dr. Sangwan and Vinod. I request you all to sign the India Inclusion Summit 2013 painting.